Hi guys, it's Dakota. Happy day. Hope everyone had a great week. I apologize for not having a video last week. The store is very busy this time of year. Thanks, over November, Thanksgiving, and then of course with the Christmas holiday, it's pretty busy. And I started a video last week, and I just could not stay focused. So I said, oh, I'll just do it this week. And then at the last minute, we decided that we were going to open the store on Monday and Tuesday this week because we have a lot of folks that come in from out of town to visit their kids. This is a military town, so we do get a lot of people in. And we'd been getting phone calls for the last 2 weeks to see if we were going to be open before Christmas. So we decided, that's fine. We'll go ahead and open on Monday and Tuesday. And anyway, of course, I'm closed today. And so here I am posting or recording today. I have the house to myself. It's pretty nice and nice and quiet, just how I like it. Anyway, I wanted to talk today about, I had something else planned, and I'm actually going to make 2 videos if I can. But this video, I wanted to talk about presents, because I read a quote. I was on Facebook or somewhere I saw it, and it sort of touched me. It touched me, and the more I thought about it, the more it touched me, and the more I thought about it, the more it just really resonated with me. And so I thought, I'm going to talk about this because of this time of year. I think it's important. So I wish most people a happy day. I refuse to get into the political correctness of what we should be saying at this time of year. Do we say Merry Christmas? Do we say Happy Hanukkah? Do we say Happy or Merry Yule? Do we say a number of things that are out there? Well, if you're going to be offended, then you probably shouldn't say any of those. I mean, because we don't know. We don't know. The normal person walking in the street who would say to you, Merry Christmas, if that isn't your belief, I see so many people get offended by that. And all it is them saying, I mean, they have their own belief, and it is them wishing you a Merry Christmas based on their belief. That doesn't mean you have to believe that in order to take that pleasant greeting or that pleasant wish for you. They're wishing you a Merry Christmas. They're wishing you a Happy Hanukkah. They're wishing you a Happy Yule. They're wishing you a happy day. That's how I feel. So when someone wishes me a Merry Christmas, do I get offended? No, not really. I think they get offended when I don't say to them, and remember now, I do have a store, but it is a metaphysical store, so I think I get away with it a little bit more than, say, your cashiers at Walmart or Target or wherever. I don't wish my customers Merry Christmas. I also don't wish them Happy Yule, because I have no clue as to what their belief system is. For all I know, maybe they're an atheist. I don't know, and it's none of my business. It's none of my business to know. But when someone says to me, have a nice Christmas, thank you. Because what I hear is have a nice day. That's what I hear. And so I'm really not that offended by it. I'm truly not. What offends me more is when or if you get the look like, what do you mean happy day? You know what I mean? Like, or if I say same to you, then they get offended. Then that offends me. It offends me that you got offended that you wished me a Merry Christmas, and in return I said thank you, either same to you or you have a nice day or happy day to you. happy holiday. I mean, what, it is a holiday according to the calendar. It says it's a holiday, Christmas holiday. Okay, well, then happy holiday. I mean, gosh, I just gets on my nerves. So anyway, okay. So I read this quote, and I loved it, and I did meditate with it, and it really touched me. So of course I had to rewrite it in my own words with my own thoughts. So that's what I want to do, is I want to share this with you, and and it's not a quote, so I'm just going to share my thoughts on it with you. I don't have a quote. I'm not a writer by any means. It seems to me that whenever there is a holiday, whether that be Christmas or your birthday, Valentine's Day, your anniversary, whatever day is a day that is a typical expected gift day. That's what I'm talking about, a gift day. And so people have expectations. They have expectations of what they want on that day. And there are other people that expect something on that day. Children, I'm not talking about the children. I'm not talking about the children and that whole thing. I'm talking about adults. So, oh, it was our anniversary and you didn't get me anything. Really? Oh, it was my birthday. You didn't send me a card. Okay. I sent you a text. Or, oh, you didn't even send me a text. Okay. I have a life. I have things going on. When you have expectations, that is your problem. That is your issue. That is your thing. That is your journey, as I tell everybody. That is your journey. If you have expectations, that is your journey. Be prepared to be disappointed at some point. When you have expectations, you're going to be disappointed at some point. So as I was reading this quote, one of the things that was said was, and I'm looking at some of the things that I wrote down about it, is a lot of people, whether it's our family or our friends, our significant other, our spouses, whoever, a lot of people don't have money. We don't have extra money to go out and buy you a gift because it's expected, because it's Christmas. Or it's expected because it's your birthday, or it's expected because it's your anniversary, or whatever the case may be. So, and then there's those people that have expectations. Well, it is my anniversary, it is my birthday, it is Christmas. I expect something. And what we don't think about is the people that we are expecting those things from. Some people are just not, they don't have the finances to do that. If I told you how many credit cards we take at the store over cash because people don't have the cash. They're going to put it on their card and they're going to make payments. I simply would rather you not do that for me. People don't have the finances. People are in debt. Some people don't have jobs, or some people that have jobs, they don't get paid very much and they live paycheck to paycheck. So when we put expectations on them, or when they feel like, gosh, it's Christmas, I have to get a present for so-and-so. I have to send out Christmas cards. I have to do this or I have to do that. That puts a lot of pressure, a lot of, it's a lot of obligation and a lot of stress on you to feel that you have to do that. And I personally don't like that. And so over the years, and I mean over the many years, so this isn't just because I read this quote, didn't just spark this like today and from now on. Over the years, and you can ask my friends and you can ask my husband, who I asked in the very beginning of our relationship before we got married. In fact, it was the first time that he sent me roses. Isn't that nice? He sent me roses. How romantic, how great. I was pissed. I was not mad at the thought behind it. What I was mad at was, and he didn't have a lot of money then. He just didn't have a lot of money. But he was doing the right thing, because that's what you do when you're in a relationship. I'll send her a dozen roses. Isn't that romantic? Well, the thought behind it was great, was fantastic. But here's the thing. Number one, he didn't have a whole lot of money to do that. I would have rather he had taken that money and made an extra, added a couple of however much the roses cost, $30, $25, I don't even know. Put that money on his car payment or a credit card payment or rent or whatever it was. Because within a week, the roses start dying. Okay, I'm not a person I'm not going to keep those roses for the rest of my life. I don't have enough room in my house, in my garage. I mean, where do you keep them, right? Like, where do you keep them? I'm not going to do that, and they die. Because this was a dozen cut stem roses. So to me, it was wasteful. It was just really wasteful. It was a waste of money, and I no longer have the roses. So I have the memory of that day. I would have had the memory of that day had he just maybe stopped by my work for 5 minutes. Maybe had he just put a note under my windshield wiper that said, "Was thinking of you today, love you." How romantic is that, right? And it cost him nothing except a piece of little scratch paper. He could have written it with a crayon. He could have written it in the dust on the windshield. I wouldn't have cared. But instead, he spent that money on roses that died. And it was at that time that I told him, I said, it's not that I'm not appreciative, because I am. The time that you put into it, the thought behind it was very nice, and thank you, and I love you for doing that. However, please don't ever give me roses again. Don't ever give me a bouquet of roses or a bouquet of any flowers. Don't give me anything that's going to die. And, if you're going to give me roses, I'd rather you give me a plant. But I live in an apartment, so don't do that, because I have no place to plant it. So I'd rather you just not do that. Just ixnay on the gift giving. It put a lot of stress on him. Oh, what should I get her? It's her birthday. What should I do? How about you just, maybe you take me to dinner. If you have the money, maybe you could take me to dinner. Or guess what? I'm not a high maintenance kind of person. So if you said, I really don't have a lot of money this week, would you mind if we just made sandwiches and go to the beach and have a picnic? What? Yes, I would love that. So from years ago, I started this thing of telling my friends, my families, like, please don't send me a card. I don't keep your cards. I think it's very nice that you thought about me, and I love you for it. But I mean, could you imagine? I'd have a whole room full of cards. What do I do with them? What do I do with the cards? So I read them. I might hold on to them for a day or two, and then I'll burn them in the cauldron, or I'll throw them away. I mean, I don't know what to do with them. I'm not going to keep them. I'd rather you just send me a text. Not on the holiday, not on my birthday, not on the anniversary. Send me a text when you're thinking about me, or an email and say, hey, hit me on Facebook and say, was thinking of you today, love you, bye, gotta go. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, you were thinking of me. Thank you. You know, your presence in my life means more to me than any gift you could ever give me. And I would rather, and here, like, you know, if you send me a box of, or you give me a box of you really didn't have any money, I bought you a box of incense. I know you like incense. I don't like that kind. I mean, right? We all have what we like and what we don't like. And when it comes to scents, there are some fragrances I don't like. My friend can't stand lavender. It makes her mad. So, you know, like if I sent her a big box full of, oh, here's some lavender herbs and some lavender incense I made, I mean, she would be pissed, right? I mean, she would hate it. It makes her mad. It just, she's, I don't know if she's allergic or whatever, but she doesn't like it. So instead, she'd rather just pop in and say hello, send me a text, thinking of you. This is what we do. Doesn't cost you anything except your phone bill, and you're going to already be paying that anyway. So I'd rather you take that money and put it towards your food bill, your grocery bill for your family. I'd rather you get your car paid off. I'd rather you get your mortgage paid off, your credit cards paid off. I would rather you not spend it on me thinking that I expect this or that. If you make something, that's one thing, but even with that, you know, if I get it at Christmas time, I always wonder, are you only thinking of me at Christmas? You know, like what about the rest of the year that I haven't heard from you? Like once a year we get together. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. So I'd rather not that happen. You know, take that money, put it in the kids' stockings, take it to a homeless shelter or something like that, you know, to the food bank. Do something like that with your money, something that's worthwhile. Your presence means more than anything. I think it creates less obligation and less stress, not only for the person that is the giver, but also the person that is accepting the gift. Knowing that you don't have the money for that makes me feel bad. And then I feel obligated to take it. And I may not have a use for it. And I know that you took the time and you bought it for me because you know I like this or that, but I don't have room for it, or and so what do I do with it? You know, it's that whole, you know, it's that whole hamster on a wheel thing, that the whole regifting thing and spending money where you don't need to, you know, like I'd rather not you do that. I'd rather you just text me, send me a message on Facebook. I don't mind that. If you're swinging by and you know, right in the dirt on my windshield was thinking of you with with your name, that would be fantastic. I think it just reduces a lot of stress and stuff. Of course, there's always, there is excitement and joy in giving to the person, and that is fantastic when you are a person that financially can afford to do that, or you are a creative person and you made it and it really didn't cost you anything but your time, and you thought of me and it was personal, a personal item that you created specifically for me. That's a little bit different talking actually, but I'm still talking about doing it on those calendar marked days that the calendar says December 25th is Christmas, it's a holiday, this is the day that we give gifts, and all of that. People expect things from you. I despise it. I just absolutely despise it. So give your presence, because your presence is extremely valuable. It's more valuable than that item that you gave me that either it was a smelly thing that I don't like the fragrance to. I'll either regift that, or, I might end up throwing that away just because, not because I wasn't appreciative, but because I can't deal with that smell, you know, that fragrance, or I have absolutely nowhere to put this. This is not, it's cute, but you know, I don't know what to do with it. So I'm going to, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, you know, regift it, because I don't know what to do with it. Cards, I'm going to throw them away or burn them. I'm really, really sorry. I'm not a mean, hateful person. I appreciate the idea and I appreciate the thought. Okay, I've talked that into the ground. I think you know where I'm coming from with that. So, you know, if it's marked on the calendar that it's a holiday, if it's marked on the calendar that this is a day you're supposed to give a present to, you know, or this is somebody's birthday, it's not marked on the calendar by the calendar company, but you know it's so-and-so's birthday, don't know what to get them, so you're stressed out, or you feel obligated to give something. How about you give your time? How about you just give you? How about you say, you know, I couldn't afford to do anything this year. I really couldn't think of anything that you needed or that you really wanted. And so I'm here for you. I'm just giving you me. And I hope that, you know, you can just let's just take 5 minutes. Let's just sit down, have a couple sips of tea, and then we can just be on our way if we're busy. But presence, it's all about being present and giving your presence. Bye, everyone.